We are now well provisioned. Try venturing further from London. The risks are greater, but so are the rewards. We know. Well, there's a light. Let's dock at this lightship and see what we can do here, shall we? As we bit of a glitch there. Dock. What do we got? The lightship. Speak to the crew. Deep beneath the light. We've lost some terror. It's good. We've got a Z story. Got some recent news. Launch. Is this fog? This is a thick fog. Okay, Rowena's rocks. Oh dear, what did we just run into? Pirate frigate. Oh dear. Oh, what have I just done? Oh, there we go. I just hit pause. That's what I did. Oh crap! What was that? Come on, dude. Let's see if we can lose him in the fog. Oh dear. We are on fire. That's it, that's it. Got him. Hull is not doing very well, but we might be able to get something out of this. Come on, you. Ah, your ship is big and bulky, mine is small and quick. Although I'm worried that he's suddenly got a friend. Surrender! Oh, come on. One. Oh dear. Take what you can and move on, fair enough. There's something at the back of the hold, a cache of curiosities. That's fuel, brilliant. A stout crate! Source of sustenance, the fundamental element of cargo. What do we get? A crate of supplies. We got 3 more. Hardtack and water, an unexpected box of nails. Those look tasty in the hardtack. Fair enough. If we can keep near the back of this thing, we should be alright. Come on, pirate. Figured out where your gun range is. You're not going to get a broadside off on me, mate. Especially considering that would probably sink me at this point in time. I think we're going to have to go back to London straight after this. We've lost a guy. Got him. Ha ha ha! Take that. We've got a cache of curiosities to open again. Let's open it. Spider silk! You can find spider silk in London, of course. There are troubles there with narrow spider infestation, like anywhere in the Neath. But for real quality, you need to go east to the Carnite or to the long fang bristling fastness of Saviour's Rocks. Well, how are we doing? How's Terra look? Terra's at 24? You're far from light of hope. Oh, man. That was not friendly. I think we may have to pitch in for some repairs. What do we got? 20 echoes for fuel. I think we're okay actually for fuel. Okay, well, that was unexpected, but I'm afraid we are going to have to spend a bit on repairs because guess what? This is a teeny ship with only a very small hull and I don't fancy me chances further south. Well, didn't expect to run into pirates. I mean, that guy looks like a pirate. Maybe that's why they knew where we were. Anyway, this should decrease terror at least. Bring us into dock, my friend. Let's get some messages from the Harbour Master. Something has changed underneath. Someone wants to sign on. Oh, brilliant. Precious time for the captain's duties. How will you spend it? The Rose Market bustles on Rose's Wharf. Who will be there today? Let's put some interesting acquaintance to the Rose Market. Why not? We've lost another day for evening, but we have words from the fog bearers a haste over to the exotic exchanges pollinate. Perhaps new buyers. So that's probably going to be a longer objective. What else do we have? London. We want to go to the dry dock. I'm afraid we're going to have to pay 3 of our 16 supplies to fix the dang hull again. And we've got some more terror. You were fortunate. And they've taken 5 supplies again. Bloody rats. Well, at least we have a ship that functions now. So hold, we have decent fuel, decent supplies. I'd say it might be worth seeing if we can purchase a bit more. This is extortionate. Like, I'll buy 1 more fuel. 2 more fuel. That should help us on the way. Launch. Right, we're going south. This is going to be a long trip. So we want to head this way around Mutton Island and the like. I know it says we could venture further from home at this point. What have we got? The Terror of Zazie is less here. Hunger's at 32. I think we're okay though, 7 guys. We'll have to take on some new guys if we can get some more echoes. What is with this fog? It's everywhere. Oh dear, that's not good. Reload. Oh no you don't. Oh no you don't. I think I got you figured out, crab. Haha, gotcha. Tell you what, we need to dissect it for knowledge. Should we butcher it for supplies? Let's get some knowledge from it. You said to work with the United acids. It is an undistinguished adolescent specimen, a megalops, one of the deep sea crab species, but its eyes normally vestigial, and these trunk-like beasts are large and rather beautiful. The golden globe is almost gone now, although sparks leap now and again to your knife. I'm going to fragment there. I don't know where the dock is for this place. Oh, there it is. Right, moving on. Found Quaker's Haven, maybe we can get something here. It's always best to explore in places like this, especially when you're doing a roguelike, and the fact that we lost poor Captain Birdseye. Although that wasn't his name, but he shall be forever remembered as Captain Birdseye. Okay, can we dock? We dock. Mutton Island, fires on the hillside. Once this simple fishing village was part of the London suburbs before London fell and the waters rushed in. Okay, drinks at the Cock and Magpie. Explore the shore. Pick up a wretched mog. The yellow-eyed, mangy, piebald thing winds around your ankles like a manacle chain. You've never seen this cat's mouth open that ride. Presumably hungry. Do we want to replace the comatose ferret? 3 supplies to cost. Let's see what we have here. Drinks at the Cock and the Maggie. That'll cost us 20 echoes. Or will it cost us 20 echoes? Explore the shore. Let's see. Wander a little way along the shore away from the dock. Fisherfolk, sailors, and a shady couple of likely pirates. And is that a drownie down by the water's edge? They sit around a fire at Zazie's edge, passing around a bottle of something viciously black. They're wagering on riddles. Will you join them? Bet an echo on one of the simpler riddles. 31%. 50. So I don't think with a pair of matched knives. Attempt one of the riddles of the pearl. They just give you 10% quality, 7%. Let's try an echo for one of the simpler ones. Inside the fisherman chuckles and pounds the ground with a fist. City folk, pay up, pay up. Oh, we've failed. But we have gained some fragments, that's good. Let's have some drinks at the Cock and the Magpie, shall we? Oh, it does cost money, damn. But we've lost some terror. Cider? Cider, this stuff is stronger than it looks. Check your seats so they let a wind out your safety mode ship. Okay. Chat to the fishermen, perhaps. They'll kind open their mouths, eh? Pirates plying the waves, smugglers at their work, conning ships putting into supply. Nothing dramatic, but enough to interest the Admiralty. Excellent. Should we pick up the wretched Mog? I don't know. Ugh. I quite like my ferret, if you don't mind. Sorry. I'm sorry. The ferret is too good for me. Okay, we're heading south through the Murray Straits. Current journal, it says we're trying to get... He wants to go to Vanderblight. He wants information from Gator's Morn in the Corsair's Forest. And then there's that dude who is following us. Was that him? Antiquarian, that was it. No, was that it? No. Was that him? No. I don't know what that dude is anymore. We'll probably find him at some point. He'll no doubt show up when we accidentally wander into where he's supposed to be. Right, let us explore this very, very foggy sea. What's the chart say? The little ships throng the waters here. The crew go wistful. They swap old stories. Oh dear. What have we found? Keep that thing in sight. Come on, come on, come on. Oh no, you don't. Okay, apparently you do. Dang, we're too close. I need to get some speed out. Come on, speed up. Get a firing solution, dang it. Okay, I think the trick here is to just swim in a circle as to where... Whoa! So he said, forgetting his own advice. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Take that. We got the crab, boys. And I think we're good for supplies, so we'll dissect it for knowledge. That will help us when we get to the university. Increasing speed. We will head south. Now I believe that, yeah, we found the ironworks with our last captain before he met an unceremonious end. Now, didn't somebody want to know something down here? Gazetteer, journal. This Forest, Team Colony of Enderblight. If there's a dock, we'll dock up, because I'm sure there was somebody here who was wanting something. That's the cliff face. Okay, we will just come back down here in that case. Yeah, I'm sure somebody wanted to know something about here. Might have been that crazy fellow that we picked up. Cumaean Canal, Albertine Gates, sorry. There's that jellyfish. Watches the night, he passes softly past the hatch. The crew quarters man cries out softly and sweet, desperate. Another. Inquire about this the next morning. No, we've succeeded. Sufferer mask, there's something in the roof, captain's in the roof, it's watching us, eyes in the face, eyes in the face. Yes, you say softly, you handle the sailors burning forward, there are storms in the roof, hush, we won't join them yet. Ooh, that might have been a bad idea. Well, given that there's a harbour here, we shall dock for a bit. Terror is still increasing. Any way to bring down terror? Let me know in the comments. What have we got? In canal staging area. The canal stands through locks and gates and shadow turns to the sunlight at the surface. Assist the Nomic Gallivant in an enterprise of dubious legality. A riddle. There are 10 individuals in a room, one of whom is an ancient tyrant. How can you distinguish him? Answer. Burglarize a private library for a picture of him beforehand. Okay. We've got 1 rupee writing. As the dinner bells sound throughout the port, you carry a ladder to one of the long-moored half-legal ship hostels. You prop the ladder at the portal of what the Gallivant assures you is the cabin of a French diplomat. He ascends swiftly, leaving you to carry the ladder away. Half an hour later, Gallivant is back on your deck. He polishes his ruby cuffs, etching the face of eternity printed in ink. It was a terrible face. You still got to find this last port for him. He knows his target face. Listen for surface gossip. Ooh. Ships to the surface linger here. This is their lifeline to a warmer place. A card game ends badly when one surface sailor knifes another for all the usual reasons. The other players scrabble from the coins and spill from her pockets. We snatch up a scrap of paper they overlook. Curious markings, dates, times, codenames. Spies work? We have 1 move in the great game. The Admiral and the Diplomat, among others, will be interested to hear this. Let's gather information for a port report. Oh, we can travel to the sun. But we need more fuel, we need more supplies, and we need something called Menace Yearning. Show you well stocked with supplies and fuel, or you may never return. The gates open and shut. The locks remain free from sabotage. If anywhere besides London is safe and all the under Z, it's here. The surface stations have an interest in keeping the way open. Brilliant. Well, given that are there any shops here? Harbour provisions. Journal. Hall story. Does not seem to be the case. Let us launch. We're heading south. Got 8 fuel, 9 crew. And a jellyfish is over there. This place is definitely secure. Look at that. At some point, obviously, we're hoping to turn this into a submarine. Because, you know, when you're on the under Z and everything wants to kill and eat you, let's go down under the water and find it. Let's find where these horrendously... Oh, is that a whirlpool? Probably best to avoid that. Oh yeah, we got to avoid that. I knew it was a good idea to buy those instruments. Ah, no, this... The Iron Republic. Ah, so we've probably found those ironworks, finally. What do we got? I'll just bluff. We'll hopefully get those ironworks, finally. There's a spot to park up as well, that's good. We might even be able to get some fuel here. And my concern really is the fact that we don't have money to buy the damn things. This looks like a good spot. And we're gonna dock. Iron Republic factory engines roar like false horns. That's not a good thing to see. Blood thunders in the dock pipes. Crimson lightning skitters across the deck, leaps to rail, curls like a cat. The city is reflected in a glassy, calm harbour water. The citizens there, the heads of dogs and serpents. Hell has brought freedom to the Iron Republic. Freedom from all laws, even those of nature. Oh dear. Everything is locked. Let's get a port report. I think somebody's going to like that. Oh, hello. Nearly ready. Yes, yes, nearly ready. I need more. You can have the prototype when it's done. Take it, kill with it. I want to see what damage you can do. Ammunition will be difficult. It will cost you much. So much. But the weapon. Oh, the weapon. I need a bit more than that. Tell you what, let's get a port report first. The sensations of the Republic are overwhelming. This is a desire for years. That is a hatred for fountains. Here is an emotion that can only be expressed mathematically. Now we're awash with nostalgia for the hatching of the egg. Write it all down. Perhaps you'll be rid of it. Well, we've gained a tale of terror. There was one other thing here. Market of Hungers. With spies and sigils as a parody of the bazaar, today flies will fill its arcades. Buzz buzzes. Visit the shops. After this visit, the Parliament will no longer be there. The Republic will seek zoop and supplies instead. We've gained some terror and a fragment, though. Oh, there's a House of Pleasures here. What on earth? Okay. There's not a lot here to buy. Oh, romantic literature, eh? cut out to keep the crew happy for about 10 minutes. The cavalry doctrine. It's filled with crucified dragons and laws in waiting. Wow. The Gedge Hunt conspiracy. Well. The House of Milks, coffee and fuel drip from what? Right. Good for you. Well, we found this place, but we haven't found the freaking... I think it is probably time for us to go back to London. We've got 7 fuel. He said going south. Tell you what, let's explore a wee bit out from here as we make our way back to London. And then I think we will call the episode there because we found some interesting bits and pieces here and there. Suffered a brief moment when I didn't realise that spacebar pauses the game. What have we got here? Terror. Terror's rising. Oh, the Z is wide and dark. Terror is increasing. We're going to have to stay away from that. That does not look like something you want to be caught near. There's a light there. That's just a lantern. Okay, we're going to keep heading north. Probably not a lot going on out here. Oh, hello. Is that part of an island, or is that just the way out? Oh, no, that must be like a buoy. A ship's horn. Far away sounds. The mists of the sea of autumn get into the eyes, the heart. It is not usual to find yourself in unsuspected tears. I see, so we're on that side of it now. We're just going to keep going north, and hopefully I'll be able to get a new boiler. Uh-oh. Can't afford a conflict right now, so I'm just going to avoid him. I think we've been seen. Oh yeah, we have been seen. Okay, we've been able to get away from him. That was a bit close. Okay, we're still heading up here. I don't think there's been any news from the... Can we dock it? I don't know, how far out are we? A bit far. Okay, we'll tell you what, that stuff's probably high value anyway, so we'll just keep heading north. We might pull into the Quakers' haven and say hi to the porridge makers. Hope that we're not going to crash into anything. There's an island here, and there. What on earth? How have we ended up with a perfect black square? Well, I guess that's something to figure out another time. Okay, who are you? Not an evil ship, I see. Straight, we are heading in the right direction. Now here's the Quakers. I think this is a thick fog. Yeah, we are going to run out of fuel if I don't get somewhere. Dock, please, thank you. Let's just explore the shore a bit. Or should we pick up the wretched Mog? Turn, there's a long, lank brown man at his shoulder. Listen, he says, I have a story for you. Something about the grey beard compels your attention. I think we found his twin brother. Turn the situation around. No, I have stories for you. Gained another tale of terror. And some echoes. Oh, we've lost echoes. The story was a wedding full of murders in a leafless forest and a vast serpent which eats souls. The tale went on and on, like the serpent who are lost in the dizzy toils with sinister ships and glamorous corpses. You're not awake, he's gone, but not it seems before searching in pockets for small change. $20 for fuel, you guys, like, I'm flat broke here. This may be the end of Captain Smith. For he lost all of his money. Made some very, very poor decisions, which ultimately resulted in his death. I can hear... I think I heard a submarine there. Uh-oh, what do we got? That thing. Just gotta circle it. Damn it. How did we miss? A bit of range out. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, come on. Pressing HQ below your horn, the snooze will function nearby ZVs and stop hostile vessels. Interesting. Oh, I didn't know we had a horn. That. Oh, yeah. We're just going to take some supplies here. I did not know we had a horn. Press H. Well, there we are then. And here we are back in London. Hopefully we can get some money which I can use to then buy fuel. So it's January 29th. So that means we've just been at... How long have we been at sea, actually? Something awaits you in port, it says. Let's slow down and get some juicy, juicy gossip. That guy's not going anywhere. Then again, I'm assuming that's the dry dock. Returning to London. The story let. Oh, the lights of London welcome you home. Collect messages from the Harbour Master, which will reduce terror... Favors a proposal from a man of business. Collect messages from the Harbour Master. Something has changed in the north. Someone wants to sign on? The blind cruiser attends to business as the dock. We have another day, a free evening, and the rose market hasn't changed. Good evening, sir. And what a marvellous evening it is, if you don't mind my saying so. Excuse me. And given it is my impression you are an obliging sort, I imagine you will not mind at all. And since you are so very obliging, perhaps you wouldn't mind making a little detour via Mount Palmerston with a few articles of cargo, if you happen to be in the area. Cherryman will of course cover your expenses for this trifling inconvenience. I do have a unit of space, I believe. It is after all only a trifling inconvenience. Tell you what, we will simply take it. It's only a trifling inconvenience after all. We have an unstamped crate of brilliant souls. Oh dear. If you'd be so kind as to deliver this little gift to our friends in Mount Palmerston, then they will see. We get to hear about it. When you come back, we will cover your expenses. Bon voyage, as my aunt, who was French, my birth, if not by inclination, used to like to say. Good for you. Yay. Merchant adventurer. I have need of a reliable agent. Failing that, an inventive one. Here are my requirements. An urchin tugs at your sleeve. Governor wants a word. A brooding figure waits on the lamplight's edge. He has very specific needs, and he'll pay much better than market rates, and he won't ask how you came by these things. A dream and a scheme. I will need your help. Well, I can't do either one of them, because apparently we need some devil bone dice or 7 outlandish artifacts. He'll probably still be there. We can visit the tattoos parlour. You're a real sailor now, after all. You could go to one of those tobacco and pray places by the docks, where the prices at Clatherham's are reasonable, and his daughters are real artists. But what sign will you choose? The Dauntless Hand, to commemorate your daring, increases your iron by 2 permanently, and cure up to 25 points of terror. Wheel of Mists, increase your veils by 2 permanently, and cure up to 25 points of terror. Inflinching Eye, you've seen such sights. Increase your mirrors by 2 permanently, and cure 25 points of terror. Can't get the Splendor, the Gambit. Perhaps a hidden motive, or we can remain unfinished. Let's just terror to 0 once only. Perhaps not. I'll tell you what, first things first, we should probably visit the Admiralty. He's definitely got some stuff that we can give him. Let's get some echoes for that. We've got 5 echoes for that one. Place report inside. Yes, imagine someone read it eventually. There's always someone. No, I didn't expect that to happen. Well, perhaps it's for the best. Some reports should not be reported. No, don't concern yourself. This is my third best suit, and the Admiralty offers a modest allowance for documented damage. So it's best if you leave now. So apparently that thing exploded. Oh, we got some fuel. Yay! I still wanted to visit the Admiralty's office, please. Got some port reports for that guy, which has given us some money. Got some more echoes for that. We got a favour. We got some fuel, which is always useful. I don't know. Speak to the dark speckled admiral. Do you have an appointment? Leave the Admiralty. Perhaps not. Step the dark speckled admiral. Yes, that's who we want to speak to. Hello there. You ushered into his office of Mansion's Prior, cramped him with a vast desk. He surveys you across that desk. Ah yes, the merchant captain of whom we hear such complicated things. This admiral will purchase intelligence from you. At the Parthenon Club, the admiral dropped hints about your father and about his deplorable end. What does the admiral know? Oh, and we can get subsistence. Will give us fuel. That will give me intelligence. We can submit some port reports. Speak of moves in the great game. That's what he needs. Well, first things first, I think. We want to find out where our father's bones are. Seek King Eater's castle in the far southwest. Yes, there was a certain report. King Eater's castle, the empty temple at the end of the world. Your father went there. No one makes the pilgrimage there if they intend to return. One way or another, no pilgrim returns home. I've heard that they stay. I've also heard that they go on, somewhere even further. It is a regrettable place, Captain, the King Eater's castle, and its pilgrims do regrettable things. If you go, do not take any who are dear to you. I believe that was my phone beeping in the background. Now let's see, we can submit some port reports to this guy. Oh, we don't. What? We don't have any of those to give. What does he need? What do you want? Visit a port. We'll be interested in a port report. Strategic information you can buy. We will pay you well. Don't worry, we understand you can't be expected entirely for the love of the Empire. What's left of it? I'll tell you what, he's probably going to pay me for that one. Yep, thought he would. 41. He has repeated all twice. He doesn't take notes. It's a little beyond me, he tells you, but I have a friend in the palace who'll be interested. Very interested. Thank you. Your fee. We've got another Admiralty's favour. If we use one of that, we can get a little fuel, which might be useful, please. We've got 4 for 1 point of favour. We'll get you 2 to 3 fuel. Let's see what we can get from elsewhere. Where was I? Story. I think we'll just look through everything here and then we shall call it. Nothing new there. We've got the promotional thing, so that's given us another supply. For 10 echoes we can rest, which will reduce our terror, heal or wound, and give us a restful night. The Rose Market is still here. Have they got anything new there? No, perhaps not for you. Has he got, have we got anything for this guy? Ah, here we are. We have knowledge that the scholar will buy. Memory of distant shores. We've gained some echoes. Our favours with the antiquarian is increasing. As the alarming skull listens, tears well in the depths of those shining or his blazing eyes. They overflow, splashing onto the desk clutter. Stop! She sobs at last. This is too beautiful. Allow me to bring them a core of memories I wish each individual tone recalled. And then we have a Z story. Tale of the Deep. Threading, let me hear every detail. First I must find my fountain pen. Oh, how regrettable. It has a spider impaled on the nib. Excuse me. Let me... Good heavens, it's still alive. Pass me that volume of Gibbon. Here we go. Do you have another pen? This person is weird. Okay, we've got that one, and I think we're good here. I think we're pretty good. Oh, we have a new recruit, of course. Who awaits my attention? Engage an officer, the brisk campaigner. Hi, you need a real physician. None of your sturgeons. He's a skilled doctor who increases hearts and iron. Or we can engage a sailor, which simply increases my crew by 1. We'll tell you what. It's expensive. Only differs as different officers will be available. If there's more than one choice, you can choose one per visit. What was that dude who wanted to hire on before? I have lost the dude who I wanted to hire on before. We'll figure him out in a moment. We'll tell you what. Here's what we will do. We will go to the story. We will go to London. We will go to the Admiralty, if I can find them. Where is the Admiralty? Story. I want to speak to the Admiralty. Shops. I need some fuel. Yeah, so here's what we will do. We will go to that guy. We'll get some fuel. So we've got... Here we are, a tough challenge. Should we explain one? Success. Eventually. The good, free fuel. The bad, half-hour argument with the quartermaster insists the chitties have not been stamped by the office of being requests. Eventually, she grudgingly permits you to load your fuel cart. We've got 2 fuel. We lost 1 favour with the Admiralty. We failed it, apparently. So did that give us some fuel? It did. Excellent. Can't do that again, sadly. So I think we're okay if we'll go back to the story. Go back to shops. Sorry, it's story. We want to go into London. We want to go to new recruit. And he wants to join us for 50 echoes, and I have 61, so what we'll do is if we go into... I think we're going to have to be frugal and just not bring him with us. We need fuel. We need fuel. Anyway, I think this might be where we finish. So tell you what, we will finish on the docks and then we will call it a night. So tell you what, we shall have some pretty good odds. Let's carouse the Wolfstack docks. Sea shanties find food in the warmth of a pub fire. We've lost some terror, we've lost some echoes, but we've gained some recent nudes, and we've lost another day. That night in the Wolfstack, you find yourself sharing a table with a likely lass, or a dapper chap. She claims to be a spy. Whatever she is, she's easily to like, and the evening ends, you're still together. Or a dapper chap. Let's go for a likely lass. If she's possibly a spy, it might help us. Just one, she gives you a pewter locket. As you reach for it, she grips it briefly in her fists. Don't you dare forget me. Ooh. Well, there we are then, everyone. I think that is what we shall call it. We shall purchase some fuel. We can get 1. She's got 5. We've got 9. We can't get much in the way of supplies, but I think we may as well just go out and butcher some animals. So I think we're good. So, ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching Shoestring Games, and I have cannot finish my outro properly, it seems. Then again, it is getting very dark. Anyway, I think we'll call it here. So, ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching Shoestring Games, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.